What's up everyone, WizardKen here with another Xbox 360 World of Tanks. Today we're going to be talking about the KV2 and a little controversy that's been going back and forth in the comments. It's nothing bad or anything like that, but some people are saying the KV1S is good or better than the KV2, and some people are like the KV2 is OP. To be honest with you, my honest opinion is I think they are both equal, and they both have their pros and cons, which, you know, depending on the circumstances, could make the one better than the other during a battle, and vice versa. I've killed KV1Ss with this thing easily enough, and they have killed me. But in the end, on a one-on-one brawl, usually the KV1S is not going to win. And I will explain that in a second. Let's look at the body real quick and see what's going on with this thing. Now, you would think this is a big tank, you know, it's kind of like the KV1S. It's basically the same body style. If we look at the KV1S, the only difference is it's got a bigger turret on it, and it looks like a fucking box on the top. That's really the only differences. So it's going to have the same weaknesses as the KV1S does. But also the turret can be kind of a weak spot with, you know, a better, like with some better pen tanks and stuff like that. So it can actually be a really bad tank too, especially if you get shot in the side of the turret and stuff like that. But pretty much it's your standard KV1S. It can take some hits, but it's not going to ricochet a whole bunch. It will ricochet some. There is a slight angle on the upper plate and stuff like that, but even if it ricochets, there are like the viewport in the middle. On the right side there's a little gunner, and on the left side a little light. I don't believe the light can be considered as being hit, but if they do ricochet in the front, it will hit the viewport in the front and the gunner on or the little gunner port on the side, which can be damaged easily too. This thing's nice because it does hold a lot of rounds. It has a pretty decent amount of rounds that it does hold. The sides are pretty exposed, just like the KV1S. So is the back. So and the turret, there's nothing special about the turret, unlike the KV1S, where you could ricochet some with the KV1S because of it being so rounded and stuff like that. So now let's talk about the controversy with this tank and the KV1S, and why people think that the KV1S is better, and why some people think that the KV2 is better. Now, you've got a lot of different options on this tank, and we're going to go one by one on this and look at them all. Of course, you start out with the amazing 122, and I'm exaggerating on that amazing part because it's not an amazing gun. This is probably the worst tank to start off with that I can remember to go up to until you get a better gun. I had to pretty much free XP these two guns because they were just crap. But the first gun you start out with is a 122, basically the same one you get with the KV1S. There's a 122, I think it's like the middle package before you get to the last 122, which is the really powerful 122. Anyways, this one does only 61 pen and 450 damage, which pretty much most of the time it's just shit. It does reload pretty decently fast, but the aim time is 2.90, which is crap. It just aims in like crap. If you want to shoot somebody on the fly, it's not gonna happen. And that was my problem. I couldn't get aimed in quick enough without exposing myself a whole bunch. So going to the next package, we're going to talk about all these packages, so don't worry. The 152, I decided to go with this one because I wanted to get to the package that I'm on. But anyways, the 152 shoots a lot slower. It has a rate of 2.5, so almost 3 rounds a minute. It does 110 pen, which is a lot better than the other one, and 700 damage. The 110 is okay, but it's not what we really want. We want to have higher pen for the higher tiers that we're going to be facing. So this one was also still hard because the aiming time was 4 seconds now, and the rounds a minute had dropped dramatically. Now I could have went down here instead and went straight up to the S51, which this leads to an Artie. But the thing is, it only gave me 110 in the sense of penetration. The aiming was the same, and the rounds a minute were the same. The damage went up to 700, and also this one went up to 700. But the thing is, the penetration wasn't there. I wasn't able to do very much with it. Now, why didn't I go to the KV2? Well, it's the same fucking gun. It's the same damn thing. It's the same thing. The only difference is that you gained a little bit of speed. That's why I didn't go to that one. It was stupid. Why do that one when I could have gone up to this one? Now, you can see in the top right corner, it dropped in damage. But this is why the KV2 actually puts the KV1S as an equal partner. Now, I'm going to read off the stats for the KV2 and verse it against the KV1S stats that I have right now. Now, as you can see, the KV2 has 6 rounds a minute that it can shoot, and the KV1S only shoots at a rate of fire with its best gun. Okay, we're talking about its biggest gun that you can get, the big 122, shoots almost 4 rounds a minute. It does 3.75. So we'll just say 4 rounds. So right now the KV2 shoots more rounds than the KV1S. Now the penetration on the KV2 is only 167, where on the KV1S it's 175. So there is about a, I don't know, 8-point difference right there. Well, but we'll just say 10 penetration difference, which isn't a huge difference. So I'm going to say, yeah, the KV1S wins on that one, but not very much, kind of thing. Now the aiming time also has gone down to 3 instead of having the 4 that we originally had. This is still a long waiting time, but it's still better than the KV1S, which is 3.43 seconds. It's only 0.43 seconds quick, I mean 0.03 seconds quicker, but I mean it does make a difference somewhat, I guess, but you're not going to notice the difference. It's just like the penetration between the two. There's only 10 difference in there, and it doesn't really change anything. Now the damage that you do with the KV2 is 300, where this is where a big difference comes in. The KV1S does 390. So now it comes down to which one is going to be the better tank in the sense of if it was just a one-on-one battle. Well, if you take the KV1S and you look at how many rounds it can do, we'll just say 4 rounds. 4 rounds a minute, and it does 390 damage. So you do 390 times 4, and that's 1,560 damage, which most of the tanks that tier don't take that much to really kill. Like this tank, I think has 600 life health on it, I believe. I can't remember, something like that, 700. I'll double check on that in the tank stat room in a minute. So anyways, let's see. And then the KV2, if we do that, 6 rounds a minute times the 300 damage is 1,800. Okay, so what I'm trying to get at is that if on a straight-on fight, the KV2 could pretty much kill the KV1S on a straight one-on-one fight. That's my opinion, though, guys. Just because of the rate of fire that it can shoot, and I've also seen it in the battlefield where the KV1S is trying to reload, and he's trying to reload, and he's trying to reload. Basically, what does it round off to? Like, I could shoot 2 rounds to his 1, pretty much. So that kind of sucks for him. So that's already 600 damage. He hits me once. I've done 600 damage. He's done only 390. I hit him another 2 times. So that's 1,200, and he's pretty much dead after that. So that's why I'm saying that this tank can pretty much kill the KV-1S quickly. Now, we're not including the ricochets or anything like that, and stuff. We're not including that at all. It's simply just straight up, you know, if there's no ricocheting or anything like that, the KV-1S would, or KV-2 would win on a straight on fight. So, but I do believe this is, like I was saying, does have the 600 life. But anyways, as I said, this is the package you want to go to because this will allow you to actually make some kind of dent in the battlefield. If we look at this tank in the Russian line, just so we can get a different look on this, it has 860 hit points. And I believe the KV-1S has hit points of 810. So this one can actually last a little bit longer than the KV-1S. But like again, 60 points, yes, that can be a difference in the game, especially if already hit you and you're down to like 20 life, where your buddy pretty much just got blown up. There's a difference between life and death, and you could keep fighting. Just like Wargaming always says, just because a tank's almost dead doesn't mean he's not deadly. A tank that's not dead is very deadly, no matter how much life he has. They can always be deadly. So, anyways, enough about that. So we've talked about the KV-2 and the differences between the KV-1S and the KV-2, and why I feel that they're equal. Yes, the KV-2 does have a big box and it's a very big, thing to shoot at and stuff like that, but it's got the faster reloads, and it can just use that turret to pop over a ridge, where the KV-1S has to completely expose himself pretty much over a little ridge. Then again, the KV-1S has more maneuverability. The KV-2, which we didn't talk about, has a lot slower track movement left and right. It can't move but so fast, where the KV-1S actually is a pretty nimble heavy tank. So anyways, guys, let's take this out and see how this thing runs. Wow, you guys are in luck. I am actually on a new map. Hopefully we do get... Wow, this snow kind of sucks on visibility. Now, sometimes I would say go to the right side, or sometimes stay near these buildings. But I'll do a map review as soon as I get a chance to with this. Now, I also know we didn't go over the equipment that I put on here, but it's the standard equipment that I put on every tank, except this tank is not allowed to have a stabilizer on it. I don't know why, but it's not allowed to have a stabilizer bar on it. So I have just I think I have the repair kits on here, like the toolbox. I have the gun rammer, and I also have the gunling drive, just to help out with that zooming problem. As you can see, that's a long time to wait for it to zoom in. So, but we'll see what happens. Just a little pointer though, since I'm not doing a map video, but I do want to point out, don't go on this stupid bridge. That's a good way to get killed, especially from the sides, like these guys are doing to these guys. It's really funny. And then these guys come straight down, just like this. Aww, I was hoping I was gonna get Spanky. The only time you want to go up the hill is if you know those are the only guys left. You don't want to really push the road up there. I don't know why I call it a hill. It's a road. It's a stupid overpass. I know exactly what it is, and I'm calling it a damn road, or a hill. It's been a long day, guys. It's been a long day. It's been a very long day. Alright. Still gotta wait for a reload, but there we go. 286. Yeah, you're looking at me. I know you. Oh, he was hoping to shoot me up. Not gonna happen. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna push through a little bit. Well, then again, I don't know where the rest of their team is. I know some of their team is on the overpass. Some people are in the train yards, and they're doing the right thing. This is how a lot of the PC players play. They use a lot of the cover to keep from being seen and stuff like that. I can't believe I didn't see him there. I thought he was on the bridge, and that's what I get for assuming things. Like I said, the nice thing about this is the tank can actually hold a good amount of rounds to him. It's actually a pretty decent tank in that sense. It can hold some rounds. There's another KV-2 up there, but I don't think I can get a decent hit on him. No. As you can see, our team is dying because they're staying on that stupid overpass, and that is like really a bad spot to be. It really is. I can't stand it. I never go across it. I don't think I've only done it maybe once or twice, and that was it. I've never actually done it more than that. I can tell you that. I don't like doing it. It's just too exposing. You get too exposed. There we go. And I do like, and if you guys haven't noticed, that you can actually shoot through walls now and actually do some damage. Alright. Well, we ricocheted, but the KV-1S did not. That's okay. Oh, he's got the little gun on him. I was going to say, we'll see who would win this, but of course, since he has the littler gun, he's not going to win this fight between me and him. Alright, so there is still guys on the top area that want to try and shoot at us. But as you can see, you know, the KV-1S, yeah, hello, oh! Come on, guys, you know I don't move that fast. This tank actually does a decent amount of speed. I think it's about 34 or something like that, 36. I think the game says something differently, but technically I've only gotten it up to like 36 because of the terrain. So, alright, we're going to come over here and help these guys as much as possible. See what we can do. T-29. And the long zoom in. We might have to shoot quickly. Yep. I had to take a chance on it, guys. I'm sorry. I had to take a chance on it. I couldn't sit there and just wait to see if I was going to be able to hit this guy or not. Because I wanted the points. I wanted the points. As you can see, it's a pretty big beast. I mean, we got hit once. It sticks up like a sore thumb. There's no hiding this thing. There really isn't. Come on. Stupid train tracks. Like I said, there's no hiding this thing. You're gonna have a difficult time using rocks as your barriers because people could still hit you in your turret. I have ricocheted, like I said, with the turret here and there, but it's been luck. It's basically like my tank has just had a better roll of dice, I guess, for reflection than the bullet round had for coming at me, kind of thing. Ooh, I went underneath him. That was cool. I did a pop shot just because. Well, guys, we didn't do amazing with this tank, but we did still come in 4th place. We survived the battle. We only received a little bit of damage. Now, also, real quick before I jump off of this screen, I want you guys to notice something. I want you to look all the way to the right side of the screen where it says XP earned. Underneath here, there's the daily XP bonus. There's a premium XP bonus, or multiplier. And then there's mission awards with 0 gold. Then there's also supplies, 0 gold, ammunition, 0 gold. Now, supplies and ammunition, of course, you can use gold to resupply yourself. But the thing that caught my eye, I don't know if you guys noticed this, is the mission awards. Now, on the PC version, they have missions that you could do that you can gain awards. Sometimes it's gold, sometimes it's premium time, sometimes it's a whole bunch of different things that it could be. So I'm guessing that on one of these newer updates, they are going to start doing missions that we can do and give us mission awards for it. So I'm hoping that happens very soon because I know a lot of you guys don't get to get gold very often and would like to have that extra money in your account to be able to do premium time or just get some XP. Also, if you guys don't know, I haven't done it yet. I've just been lazy. But if you do the training mission, you get gold, you get some silver, and you get some free XP. I think it's like 500 gold or something like that. I can't remember. I don't know the exact number, but I do know you get some. Anyways, guys, this is a KV2, and I guess I'll do the artillery next after I get it. So we'll see what happens with that. That looks like a little badass RT. But until then, I will be just doing videos of just regular battles and stuff like that, standard battles. So anyways, guys, I'm WizardKen. Until the next time, see ya.